Hey there, welcome to the third part of this series, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you my retouching secret to retouching amazing images. So this is the thing you need to learn. If you only know this thing, then you take your retouching to another level. Now before we get into today's video, make sure you go check out the first two videos that I've put out. In the first video I spoke about retouching in general, and I also talked about how retouching changed my photography and how it changed my life in general, because my photography got better, my business got better, and my life got better. And in the second video I showed you guys two things to do that will change your retouching dramatically almost overnight. So make sure you don't miss out on those two videos and definitely go check them out before we get into this video. Now today's video is all about retouching secrets and my retouching secret. Now there are two retouching techniques that are spoken about constantly in the industry. The first one is micro dodge and burn, and micro dodge and burn is something that almost all the professionals swear by. They say if you're not using micro dodge and burn, then you are probably doing your retouching wrong, because to people around the world it's not about getting there, it's about how you get there. It's not about getting there, but just how you get there. So a lot of high-end retouchers, a lot of professional photographers swear by micro dodge and burn. And do not get me wrong, micro dodge and burn is a very, very important technique that everybody should learn. Now, the other technique is frequency separation. And frequency separation is easier to do than micro dodge and burn. Frequency separation is a technique that separates your image into two different frequencies, and it puts the skin tones in one and it puts your textures in one, and that way you can work on both of them independently. It's faster to work with and it's also easier to learn. Now, a lot of professionals do not swear by frequency separation because they think that it is more destructive than micro dodge and burn. So my thing when it comes to retouching, it's not about how you get there, but about if you do get there. So it's not about the process that you take to achieving the image, is that are you achieving nice high-end images that look natural at the same time they look amazing. And that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today. I'm going to show you how to use micro dodge and burn, frequency separation together to achieve the ultimate retouched look. And what we're going to do right now is get into Photoshop so I can show you exactly how that works. Okay, so let's get into this big secret. The secret, like I said, is learning how to use micro dodge and burn with frequency separation at the same time. So you do micro dodge and burn, and then you do frequency separation. The reason why you are starting with micro dodge and burn first is because micro dodge and burn only works on the tonal range of your image, so it does not move the colors around. So for this image we have removed all the blemishes, as you guys can see, and we've done the little micro dodge and burn because to get into this will take such a long time. But I'm going to show you a quick way to get started with micro dodge and burn. All you have to do, let me just uncheck this so we don't see this, is create a new curves adjustment layer and increase this from the middle there, and this is your dodge. Okay, and then we are going to invert our layer mask, Command I to invert it, and what we're going to do is create another curves adjustment layer and drag this down, and this right here is your burn, so we're going to name that burn. And then we are going to invert this, and then we'll put both of them in the group, Command G, and we'll name this dodge and burn. And that's how you create your dodge and burn layers. Now the way dodge and burn works is very simple. What you do is that you dodge the shadows, so anywhere that is dark you dodge, and anywhere that is bright you burn. So let's just take out a quick one, for example. So if I zoom into this image right here, you guys can see right here it looks a little bit too dark. So what we're going to do is pick a brush, make sure our brush size is white, our flow is 1%, and smoothing is 10 if you have that on your Photoshop. And right now we are just going to go over this part of the face gradually, and let me show you what we've done there. So that's our before and that's our after right there, before and after. And it's the same thing we're going to do gradually for the whole image. Just gradually go around the image, and we're just going to fix any places that look too dark, right, and remove those dark spots. And that trick is to use the invert check layer. So I have that right here. If I turn on my invert check layer, open this, then I go to my levels, I drag this back. What's happened with the invert check layer is that it has inverted the image, so the bright parts are now dark and the dark parts are now bright. And right now what I can do is continue with my dodge, and I'll just keep going till I've sorted out every other thing. I can go and burn this too. And once I am done doing my micro dodge and burn, let me show you guys what's going to happen. You have an image that looks like this. So let me just zoom out so you guys can see. I'm going to delete this one that I was working on here. So once I'm done my micro dodge and burn, you have an image that looks like this. As you can see, it's not overly smooth, and that's where the frequency separation comes in. So right now we are done working on the tonal range, and it's okay to move colors now, because you know, you're just not moving colors around too much, unlike just doing only frequency separation. And if you do only dodge and burn, then it takes too much time. That's the secret to get your images looking great at as little time as possible. So right now we're going to create a stamp visible layer, and I am going to run my advanced frequency separation. So let's just run that, and I'll click OK. And once I've done this, all I need to do is pick my mixer brush tool, go down to my low frequency copy, and I am just going to paint around with my mixer brush tool. Simple and easy. As you guys can see, I'm not moving colors around, and I'm just using the big brush to go over this image right there, like this. Just a big brush to go over the image and smoothing everything out. Okay, so let's see our before with our advanced frequency separation. This are before and this are after. Before, after, obviously, I did this in the rush, so normally I'll just take my time and just adjust any other mistakes that I have made. If you guys can see at the top of the head, it just looked still a little bit rough before, but right now with our frequency separation, everything looks smooth. So let's see before without doing anything, and let's look at the after with both the micro dodge and burn and the advanced frequency separation. As you guys can see, the image looks really nice and really smooth, and it still looks as natural as possible. So that's the trick. The trick is using your micro dodge and burn with your advanced frequency separation together to get the best image possible, and not sticking to one because you feel like that's just the one that works 100%. You have to use both of them to be able to get the best result when it comes to high-end retouching. In the Beauty Retouching Masterclass, I'll be going in depth on how to use your dodge and burn and your frequency separation to create amazing images, and I'll be breaking it down to make it easy to understand. I hope you enjoyed learning this retouching technique that I just taught you guys now. I really know that it's going to change your retouching. In fact, I want you to actually go take a couple of your images, retouch them using this technique, and tag me on Instagram over the next few days, and I'll tell you how good you are doing. I am so sure that you're going to see an improvement in your retouching. Now, if you'd love to learn more and take your retouching to the next level, I'll be releasing my Beauty Retouching Masterclass in a few days, and it's filled with all sorts of tips and tricks and industry standard techniques and even more to take your retouching to the next level. So definitely go join that early bird list. I'll put a link in the description below so you guys can go be one of the first people to register, because like I said, the people from the early bird list will get the course a day before any other person. And I mean, there might be people that will probably not even get the course if they don't get on the early bird list, because the class is going to be very small and I'm keeping it to a limited number of people. So definitely jump on that list and go check that out. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And the next video, what I'm going to show you guys is a full overview of one of the images that we retouched in the Retouching Masterclass. I'm going to show you everything that I'm doing from scratch to finish, and I know you guys are going to love it. So definitely stay tuned for the next video. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have an amazing day. Peace.